check out these $15 mini bike mods. $15 give or take. Are they actually mods or are they parts? Well, I guess after you install them, they would be mods. But for now, they're parts. So I thought this was kind of a cool mod because I needed a chain tensioner on this bike with a swing arm. Because when the swing arm goes down, or when there's weight on the bike, the chain loosens. Stationary chain tensioner wouldn't work. The chain would get too tight. So I picked up this spring-loaded chain tensioner on Amazon. I think it was for like 18 bucks or so. You can pretty much mount it anywhere you want on the swing arm. The chain is always tension. So I'm pretty sure this tensioner would fit on different applications, different bikes, just depending on the bike frame. 15 or 20 bucks, it's a pretty easy chain tensioner. There's quite a few $15 mods on the Bolt's mini bike build. Got this one-way check valve between the catch can and the valve cover, so the engine doesn't suck in air on the compression stroke and fill the crankcase with unwanted air. So you don't have a bunch of excessive crankcase pressure. I mean, it's a really easy mod. I think I paid like 7 bucks for this one. Might be able to get them cheaper. Then you have the vent line separators. But I mean, they look cool. I mean, just by looking cool, that could add an extra 5 miles an hour right there. I mean, you can get these as little as 5 bucks, depending on which ones you get. I mean, if you get the plastic version, I think they're like 5, 6 bucks. And then there's this kill switch, which is really cool. Anodized aluminum. And you can get it in multiple different colors. I mean, red, green. I mean, yeah, you can get a less expensive kill switch, but this one looks really cool. Another cool thing is these foot peg covers. I think Volts has a set of these for around 15 bucks. I think he pretty much has them in any color. So whatever color your frame is, you can match it. Just make it nice, comfortable on the feet, and you're not messing up the powder coat. Then you have this magnetic oil plug, which is really cool. I think this thing was, I don't know, around 10 bucks or so. I use these when I break in the engine. These and the oil drain plug with a magnet on the end. Every time I change the oil on, there's always a small amount of metal shavings on the end of the magnet. It's kind of nice keeping that out of the oil so it's not running through the engine. Definitely would help with wear. Then you have the inline fuel shutoff valve. These are nice, so when you're changing out the jets on the car, it's easy just to shut off the fuel if you don't have one on the gas tank already. So it's easy enough just to throw one of these in line, and they're super inexpensive. Definitely a worthwhile mod. That along with a fuel filter. Another cool thing that I picked up were these short hydraulic brake lines. So you can pretty much order them up any length, and what makes them nice, if you're trying to put a front brake, like on this Doodlebug, and you have a real short reach over to the handlebar, the nice short line comes in handy, and you can pick them up in any color to match the build. So I think I picked this one up for like, I don't know, 8, 9 bucks. Another cool mod, which you really don't have to have. I mean, zip ties work just fine. But I mean, if you want to make everything super neat, these Azusa cable clips, I think I paid like, I don't know, 12 bucks for quite a few of them, like maybe 10 of them. I mean, you can use them for the throttle cable. You could even use them for the kill switch cable if you wanted. Clutch cables. Definitely make everything look nice and neat. So another cool mod is to replace the stock plug wire and resistor spark plug boot with the performance wire and a non-resistor spark plug boot. With the resistor in here, it actually retards timing up at higher RPM. I actually have a video on that. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. So I picked up this split fire 8.8 wire and boot, non-resistor boot. But if you wanted to, you could always use the boot and wire off a wire set. That's what I did on this bike. I made multiple boots and wires off an automotive wire set. What's cool about that kit is if you had another boot, you can make 2 wire kits out of it. It comes with an extra boot for the coil side, and then enough wire, so all you need is another boot. I think you can grab one of those on Amazon or something. So another good $10 or $15 mod is these handlebar risers. I found a set of these for 10. I really like these risers. Definitely make the bike a lot more comfortable for these Mega Moto bikes or any kind of bike that you use risers on. I use these risers on quite a few bikes, and I usually use the lower riser that came on the bike on top of the 3-inch riser just to give the bars a little bit more lift. There's quite a few bikes that use risers on the handlebars. This Coleman bike, this Azusa bike, a micro bike, and this electric micro bike. Yeah, another really cool mod, which is not really a mod, but it's a nice tool to have, and it's less than 20 bucks. So it's not 15, but pretty close, is this valve spring compressor. What's nice about it, it comes with all these different size fittings for different style heads, different size valves. And it makes it super easy to pull valve springs out of one of these heads, especially with all these different size fittings. So it's easy to get in there to slip the keepers in. Definitely a nice tool to have if you're always messing with these mini bikes and you're always swapping out cams or valve springs. It's a lot easier than doing it by hand, especially for less than 20 bucks.